Q is discharge, and discharge is given by volume divided by time, and K is a constant coefficient of permeability. I is given by head divided by length of the specimen, and cross-sectional area. So if you want to calculate K, so K I'll keep it on this side. So Q, L is in the denominator, so it will come to numerator divided by T is already in the denominator, and H T H into A. So K is equal to Q into L divided by T into H into A. Please remember this formula. Don't forget this. For constant head, the expression is Q is equal to K into I into A. We had done this in one of the previous classes, the second lesson of the third module. We learned about constant headed falling head test, and for constant head, we derived this expression. Q is equal to K into I into A. Q is discharge, that is Qmax or meter cube per second. So volume divided by time. K is coefficient of permeability. I is hydraulic gradient. Hydraulic gradient is given by head divided by length, and capital A is the cross-section area of the soil. So K is equal to Q into L into T into, divided by T into H into A. So what is the value of K? Can anyone tell me what is the value of K? Anyone, what is the value of K? Q is equal to 200 centimeter cube. And L is 32 centimeter. When you are substituting, you have to make sure you are substituting everything in same units. Centimeter cube. And L is 32 centimeter. Is 5 minutes, or you can substitute it as 300 seconds. H is the head, which is equal to 46 centimeter. And finally, we have A, that is 180 centimeter square. So please tell me what is the value of K.
Zero point 0026.
Zero point.
Yes, sir.
unit. Centimeter square.
Centimeter per second.
This is centimeter. So centimeter,
Per second.
centimeter square will get cancelled with centimeter cube. Centimeter remains in numerator, second remains in denominator. So unit will be centimeter per second. I hope all of you are getting the same answer. All of you are getting. Okay, so the answer is 0.0026 centimeter per second, or it is 2.6 into 10 raised to minus 3 centimeter per second. Okay, we'll move to the next problem now. Okay, it is 0.00258 or 26 centimeter per second. Okay, the answer is correct. Okay, write down the second question. I'll read the second question. The discharge of water collected from a constant head permeameter in a period of 15 minutes is 400 ml. The internal diameter of the permeameter is 6 centimeter, and the measured difference in heads between two gauging points 15 centimeters apart is 40 centimeter. Okay, this is 40 centimeter. Calculate the coefficient of permeability if the dry weight of 15 centimeter long sample is 7 Newton and the specific gravity of solids is 2.65. Calculate the seepage velocity. Okay, concentrate on the first part. I'll explain the second part. If you have written down the question, just raise your hand. Okay, in the question, the discharge of water collected from a constant head permeameter in a period of 15 minutes. So, in a period of 15 minutes, so T is equal to 15 minutes. Or if you write it in terms of seconds, 1 minute is 60 seconds, 15 minutes is 900 seconds. So the discharge of water collected is 400 ml. So the volume of water collected is 400 ml. So Q is equal to 400 ml, and 1 ml is equal to 1 centimeter cube. So 400 ml is equal to 400 centimeter cube. Now the internal diameter of the permeameter is 6 centimeter. So they have not given the area soil here. This meter. The cross section of permeameter is nothing but the cross section of soil. So they are giving the diameter of the permeameter. So we have to calculate the cross section of the permeameter. So the diameter is given. We have to calculate the cross sectional area. So cross sectional area is given by pi d square by 4. So d is 6. So d square is 36. So area will be pi into 6 square by 4, which is equal to 28.27 centimeter square. Next, the measured head between two gauging points is 15 centimeters apart. Okay, the measured difference in head between two gauging points is 15 centimeter. Okay, between two gauging points, which is 15 centimeter apart, is 40 centimeter. So there are two gauging points, okay, which are 15 centimeters apart. So we are measuring the head between 2 points. The distance between 2 points is 15 centimeters. Next, the difference in head is 40 centimeters. So the difference in head is the manometer or the piezometer inserted here. The head is up to this level, and here the manometer inserted at this point. The head is up to this level. So the it is 40 centimeter. Okay, so length between 2 points is 15 centimeter, and the head measured is 40 centimeter. So the head measure is 40 centimeter, and the distance between 2 points is 15 centimeters apart. So the length of the soil sample is 15 centimeter. So I hope the data given is clear. Calculate the coefficient of permeability. Let us first solve the first part of the problem. Okay, the data given is similar to the previous problem. Please calculate the value of K. Okay, we have this equation, Q is equal to K into I into A. So K will be equal to Q divided by I into A. I is given by now Q is given by total by I is given by head divided by length. And we have cross-sectional area of the soil. If you rearrange the terms, it will be capital Q into the L will come to the numerator. And H Q into A. So please calculate the coefficient of permeability and tell me the answer.
Sir, 0.0589.
Unit.
Centimeter per second. Yes, sir, centimeter.
Okay, all of you are getting the same answer. (400 centimeter cube). Capital L, length is 15 centimeter. H, that is the head, is 40 centimeter. Time taken is 15 minutes or 900 seconds. And we have measured the cross-section area as pi d square by 4, pi into 6 square by 4, that is 28.27. Okay. So this is the first part of the problem. Calculate the coefficient of permeability. Next, we have to calculate the seepage velocity. Now, I haven't explained you the concept of seepage velocity, superficial velocity. Okay, just remember this. Okay, seepage velocity is given by V divided by N. That is the velocity through the flow divided by N. N is okay. So seepage velocity. I'll explain what is the concept of seepage velocity in the next class or in the subsequent class. But please remember this. Seepage velocity is actual velocity divided by N. N is porosity. The actual velocity is given by, okay, velocity is centimeter per second or meter per second, whatever. Here we are dealing with centimeter and second, so centimeter per second. So capital Q is centimeter cube. Divided by area into time. So this will give me velocity. Q is in centimeter cube, area is in centimeter square. so centimeter will remain, and t is in terms of second, so centimeter per second. So I can calculate velocity as q by a is discharge per unit time. Sorry, q by t is discharge, so discharge per unit area is velocity. So I have the value of q by t, that is q is 400 centimeter cube, and time taken is 15 minutes or 900 seconds. Cross section area is 28.27 centimeter square. Next, to find n, I have this formula, okay, from the first module. I told you, first module is very important. Wherever you go, you will find it. So it is given by 1 plus e divided by 1 plus e, but we don't know what is the value of e, so we have to find the value of e. What is given? We can use this formula. Okay, to calculate E, you can use this formula. Okay, gamma D, dry unit weight is given by G into gamma W divided by 1 plus E. Therefore, 1 plus E will be equal to G into gamma W divided by gamma T. Now we don't know what is the value of gamma D. So we can calculate gamma D as so we can calculate dry density as, okay, dry weight of the soil is given, it is 7 Newton, and its volume is also given. It is not given directly, it is given indirectly. Area is given and length is given. So area divided by length will give us volume. So volume will be equal to area into length. Area is 28.27 centimeter square and length is 15. So this will be equal to 42.4 centimeter cube. So if I convert this into meter cube, it will be okay, I can easily convert this into meter cube. 1 centimeter is equal to, you can go the other way around. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So I'll cube both the sides. 1 meter cube will be equal to 100 into 100 centimeter cube. Therefore, 1 centimeter cube will be equal to 1 divided by 100 cube. Therefore, how much meter cube will be 42.4 centimeter cube. Just do the cross multiplication, you will get the answer. So will be equal to 42.4 So if you convert this into meter cube, I'll get 24.05 into 10 raised to minus 3. Meter cube. So I can calculate the dry density, weight divided by volume. I'll get 16.51 kilonewton per meter cube. I can substitute the dry density here in this equation, and I can calculate the value of E. 1 plus E is equal to G into gamma W divided by gamma dry. G is 9.15. So 1 plus E is equal to 1.575. So E will be equal to 1.575 minus 1. So it is 0.575. So E is 0.575. So N will be equal to, please substitute the value of N. Please substitute the value of n. E is equal to 0.575. So n will be equal to n is equal to 0.365. So if you substitute n here, the velocity is 0.016 centimeter per second. Seepage velocity will be actual velocity divided by actual velocity is 0.016 centimeter per second. Porosity is 0.365. So seepage velocity will be equal to 0.0438 centimeter per second. The concept I'll explain in the subsequent class, but to find seepage velocity, Vs is equal to V divided by N. Okay, did you understand the problem? Yes or no? If yes, please raise your hand. Very simple problem, similar to the first problem. Okay, final question of the day. Write down the third question. In a falling head test, initial head of 1 meter dropped to 0.35 meter in 3 hours. The diameter being the diameter being 5 mm. The soil specimen is 200 mm long and 100 mm in diameter. Calculate the coefficient of permeability of soil. Okay, the formula we had derived this in one of the previous classes. Okay, K is equal to 2.303 AL into AL divided by capital AT log of H1 by H2. So we have to use this formula. This is a direct substitution problem. ಅಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ ಹಾಂ ನಾನು
Sir, not audible, sir.
Okay, this formula K is equal to 2.303 AL divided by 80 into log of H1 plus H2 is for fine grained soil. You have to remember this formula, and you have to also remember how the formula. Now, in a falling head test, initial head of 1 meter. So initial head is H1, and later it dropped to 0.35 meter. So this is H2. So initial head is H1, final head is H2 in 3 hours. So this is my time T. Next, the diameter being 5 mm. So this is my diameter. The soil specimen is 200 mm long. So this is length of the soil and 100 mm in diameter. So this is diameter of soil. Next, so small a. Small a is area of standpipe. Okay, in falling head test, you have permeameter and standpipe attached to the permeameter. So cross section area of standpipe is given by pi into d square by 4. So d is 5 mm. Okay, so I can calculate the area as 19.635 mm square. Next, L is the length of the soil sample. It is 200 mm long. So L is directly given. It is 200 mm. Capital A is area of soil specimen. Now area of soil specimen is not given. The soil specimen is 200 mm long and 100 mm in diameter. So diameter is given. You have to calculate the area. So area of soil specimen is pi d square by 4. So this is my area, pi d square by 4. Next, t, small t is time, which is 3 hours. You can, okay, 3 hours, you can convert it into seconds. 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 180 minutes, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 10,800 seconds. So substitute all the values and you will get the answer. All the lengths and areas are in mm. Area is in mm square, length is in mm, time is in seconds. So I'll get the answer in mm per second. So this is straight for substitution problem. All you have to do is make sure that all the units are of same type. The length, if it is in mm, area must be in mm square. If it is in centimeter, area must be in centimeter square. Okay, all of you are getting the same answer, right? 4.86 into 10 raised to minus 5 mm. Yes. If you are getting the same answer, please raise your hand. Okay, fine. So there were some more problems. We'll solve it in next class. Okay. So still one more problem remaining, We'll solve it in next class. Okay. So that's it for today's class. We'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you for attending today's class. Thank you.